Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Friday, it's almost the weekend, and I'm about to get a little bit of a change of scenery, which is actually really nice. Me and this like little bucked up eye over here. Anyways, I wanted to come back and do a video talking about the Jen Shah of it all because we haven't talked about Jen Shah in a long time. And from what I'm hearing, her prison release date is going to come a lot sooner than what people think. On top of that, she's made a very famous friend in prison, and we're about to break into all of it. Before we do all the YouTube things, hit that like button, show some love for Up and Adam Channel 2, get subscribed. This channel has all the extra coverage. Let's get in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Okay, so this was a relationship, a friendship that I did not see coming. Elizabeth Holmes and Jen Shah. What? Well, thank you to Page 6, but also thank you to her rep. This would be Jen Shah's rep, Chris Giovanni. Jen Shah and Elizabeth Holmes have become fast friends while serving their respective sentences in the same Texas prison. Apparently, her rep, again Chris, told People magazine on Thursday that the two women have grown quite close in recent months. They're friends. That's what he told the outlet. They're both rehabilitating and have bonded over being on this journey of positive change. Their situations brought them together and they have a good understanding of one another. They're getting through it together. Now, not only that, but Giovanni said that Jen Shah has become a mother figure for the 38-year-old who gave birth to her second child just a few months before starting her prison stint. Jen's given her a lot of advice. She's even met Elizabeth's baby and held her. Aww. Apparently they noted that Jen Shah has been very loving to the young family, and Holmes has also been supporting Jen Shah's fitness class called Shah Amazing Abs, which contributed to the reality TV star's 15-pound weight loss. Okay, so in this prison, you get time off for certain programs that you go through. That was part of the reason that Jen's attorneys wanted her to go to this specific prison, because there's like this whole rehabilitation program that can get, I believe, a year plus off of your sentence. And from what I'm hearing, and I could be wrong, and we're going to get into all of the deets of it, but from what I'm hearing, Jen Shah will probably be at most in prison for another 2 years. I don't know if you guys have also been following the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies are waiting for some sort of change that's going on in the justice system, and that should be implemented in November. And that could apparently significantly decrease their sentences as well. Wow. All right. So moving on. Jen gets all the ladies together and they rally behind her while she teaches them fitness moves, and Elizabeth has been there right along with them. Although Giovanni said that Jen Shah looks phenomenal, he assured the outlet that her growth hasn't been just skin deep. He explained that both women have changed a lot behind bars and that the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City alum is really focused on being a better person. Jen's not anything like the show portrayed her to be. She's so peaceful now. She's still funny and has her one-liners, but she's graduated from anger management classes and is much more grounded. Jen was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison in January after pleading guilty to wire fraud in connection to her nationwide telemarketing scheme. However, her sentence was reduced by a year, making her new release date August 30th of 2028. In addition to her time behind bars, the reality star also had to pay her victims $6.5 million in restitution. Meanwhile, Holmes, who defrauded doctors and patients into investing into her fake blood testing company, Theranos, was convicted on 4 counts of wire fraud at the beginning of 2022 and sentenced to 11 years in prison. Like Jen, her sentence was later slashed by 2 years, and she is now set to be released on December 29th of 2032. Now, I was talking to a few people who really, truly believe that Jen, and these are professionals, that Jen is going to spend at most maybe 3 years in prison. And when did I think she entered herself in January, February, or something like that. So February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. That's 8 months. Yeah. She might only be in there for like a little bit over 2 more years, like 2 years and 4 months. And then I was also hearing that there's a lot of interest in her for reality TV, potentially even the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I was wondering at first, I thought it was one big FU to Jen on Bravo's side for them to bring on Monica. because Monica came in and she's like, I was a witness. I was a witness for the federal government in Jen Shah's trial. And I'm like, maybe they brought her in because, well, Jen didn't do the one-on-one. Jen didn't have certain conversations with Bravo and the network. She didn't show up to the reunion. And maybe this was their way of saying, well, you didn't do that for us and we don't owe you anything. And that could potentially be exactly what it is, right? However, then I started thinking a little bit deeper into it. I personally think, based off of other conversations, I think that this is their way, Bravo's way, of keeping Jen's spirit alive on the show. Because if Jen gets out of prison early in that show, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is still going, still greenlit. I think that they're going to cue Jen back on. I think that unless there's something like even more that comes out, because Bravo can bring her back on and say, she served her time, she paid her restitution, she became a better person, she did her anger management classes and her rehabilitation, and now we want to show her personal growth. Now, will fans be okay with that? Most likely, a lot of fans are going to hate it, and they're going to say, no, we don't want her on our TV screens. But then the ones who are diehard Jen Shah fans are going to be like, absolutely, yes, we want to see her. We want to see the growth. And I think that you can redeem yourself. And I think that even though you made a mistake, you paid for your mistake. You paid for, your actions. You took the consequences and you've been gone for a few years. And here we are today. And then there will be the fan base. There will be that same fan base that is very Switzerland about it. Like, did we want her back? Well, we don't really care, but it would be kind of cool to see where she at now with her family. What kind of place is she living in? What is she going to do for money? What is her story like from her time behind bars? How was that? And is she the same? Is she going to come out and pop off? But when she gets out, even still, if she has somebody like, let's say Monica is still on the show and she comes in and wants to go for Monica, it's going to be like when Jen was originally gearing up for this trial against the Southern District of New York. There will be situations that she's put into which will really challenge these anger management classes where the girls will be like, how was prison? And she's going to be like, I have learned the tools to make sure I am not ripping your face off. So prison sucked. How's your life? I mean, I don't think I would go back into reality TV, but also you got to make a paycheck. So I don't not see this happening. Guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Go ahead and comment below for sure. Let us know what you think. And more importantly, before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, show some love, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys.